Hey everyone, it's Abby and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing my Christmas book haul and my January TBR. I'm putting them together because a lot of the books overlap and I figured it would make it easier. These are the books that I got for Christmas, as well as some that I kind of have bought in the last month or so. First book is I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. I got the paperback edition because I thought it was really, really pretty, and I actually didn't know it was this book when I picked it up. I just got really intrigued by the quote on the cover, and then I realized that it was I'll Give You the Sun. And I haven't read this book yet. I know it's been super, super hyped on BookTube, but I just never picked it up, and I'm really excited because I've heard lots and lots of good things about it. The next books I have is one that I've actually had for a while, but I haven't finished it, so I thought I would put it in here as part of my Christmas book haul because I did buy it this month. And it is You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life by Jamison. About halfway, a little over halfway done with this book. It's just kind of one that I pick up when I feel like I need it, or I feel like I need a little pick-me-up and someone to tell me oh, you're a badass, get your stuff done. I really like the way it's written. I am not typically one to pick up self-help books or anything like that, but I saw this one. I'm going to assume it was Urban Outfitters because I know I've seen it there a lot, and it just seemed really interesting. And I picked it up and I love the way that it reads. It's not as grown up, I think is probably what I'm thinking of. I feel like it can relate to younger people too, which is something that I've noticed in a lot of self-help personal growth books, is that they're typically geared towards older people, and I feel like this can be geared toward a lot of young adults as well. The last book that is one that I bought for myself is Zodiac by Romina Russell, and I picked this up pretty much on a whim. I was walking out of the young adult section and grabbed it and bought it without even really knowing what it's about because I love astrology and all of the zodiac signs and stuff like that, so I thought it was really, really interesting. And I have not read a fantasy book in ages. Okay, sorry, my memory card filled up, so I'm starting over now. Oh my god. So this book I received as a Christmas gift from my parents. Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. So I have heard so much hype about this book, and I'm so excited to read it. I think it's going to be really cool, especially because it's told through case files and emails and entirely through that story, and I've heard that doesn't seem to take away from any of the characters or any of the plot, so I'm really, really, really excited. The next couple of things that I received for Christmas are bookish related or different kinds of books, not necessarily novels or anything like that. So the first two things that I received are coloring books. So I got a mindfulness coloring book, so this just has flowers and mandalas and calming things like that. This one is called Off the Bookshelf, which is why it's kind of bookish related. And it's got all sorts of designs, but it's got books in it and things like that, and so that's really, really, really exciting. And so I can't wait to start using these and coloring because I think that's really, really fun and relaxing. Another thing I got for Christmas is All the Lovely Things, a field journal for the objects that define us. This is a really interesting thing that I picked out for myself and my parents ended up getting for me. And it's kind of, you draw and write about objects that define you and things like that, and it seems really, 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 really cool. And so I'm really excited to start using this. It's got a really interesting introduction that I've already read, so I really suggest picking this one up. Something else that I got for Christmas is the Pocketbook of Stones, and I'm really into crystals and stones and things like that. So this is really, really cool because it's basically a catalog of all different types of crystals and stones and what they mean and what they do and energies they produce, and I'm really, really into that kind of stuff, so this is a really handy thing to have. And I've already started marking some pages of ones that I own, ones that I want to own, things. The last bookish related item that I got is a journal, and it looks like the moon, which I think is really, really, really cool. I'm always journaling. If you guys want to see any journaling videos, I'd be totally up for that, so just let me know in the comments below. But I've already started using this one just for YouTube things, and I think that's what this is going to be designated towards. But I have tons of journals, and each one kind of holds a different purpose. So now onto my January TBR. I'm overshooting myself with how many books I think I can read this month with school starting up again, but I'm just going to go for it, and hopefully I can read everything that I'm hoping to read. So the first thing on my TBR is Zodiac, which I've already almost completed, so I'll definitely have this one done, honestly, probably by the end of this weekend. And then I'll definitely have a book review on it and put that up on the channel. The second book on my January TBR is I'll Give You the Sun. Really excited to read this. I haven't read a contemporary in a little bit because I've been focusing so much on reading Zodiac. So I'm really excited to read something fun and contemporary, and I know it's got a lot of other heavy issues in it, and I've heard a lot of good things, so I am excited to dig into this. This month I will also be reading Radiant, which I talked about earlier. I'm really excited to read this one, and I think I'll also probably do a book review on this because I think it's so interesting, and I haven't heard much about it, but it's got over 4 stars on Goodreads, so I think that's a really good sign, and I'm excited to see what this one has in it because it's a very interesting book. The last book that I'll be reading this month is The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. I'm sure most of you have probably heard of this book, but my sister and my mom love it, and they have these t-shirts, and my mom got me one of these t-shirt that has The Outsiders on it and a quote on the back of the shirt, not knowing that I haven't read it or seen the movie. So I'm going to read the book, watch the movie, and see how that goes, because I've obviously heard amazing things because it is a classic, and my sister and mom love it, so I'm excited to read this one, and it's very small, so it should be quick. So that is it for my Christmas book haul and my January TBR. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week.